Welcome back, my current practitioners of love and light. I am salivating right now because I had brunch with myself. I mean, I didn't, when they say that you have to love yourself first and to engage in that, you take yourself out and you just take yourself out of the box. And I have not, let's get over this sadness for a second, okay? Oh, hi there. Let's get over this sadness for a sec. Yeah, I don't really know what it's like to be on a date, and frankly, that shit just, messes with my nerves, if I have to tell you the truth. And, so, that's where I'm at right now. So, the dates that I'm taking myself on are very, adolescent. It's an adolescent version, okay? So, yeah. But anyway, I got some yummy food. And, I'm happy with that. Yeah, things are just starting to get depressed again at home, just because, so we got the Rorschach in color, okay? It just happened, today, just these subtleties in, messaging, and, it's gonna be okay, I'm okay. It's just more you can't expect much, out of someone, I know a lot of people are gonna interrupt and say, you can't expect anything out of anyone, but, yeah. True. You can't, I don't know. I think that's really callous if you just blanket that statement. But, I would say more so. You can't expect much out of someone who has proven you, unworthy of your attention time and time again. And so that goes, a long ways, right? No exceptions. So that's where I'm at right now. I mean, I did see, somebody had to take out the trash for all of the stuff that was not, the stuff that went expired. I did some house cleaning a little bit, a few days ago. And there were, I don't know, 10 to 12 boxes of old granola bars from 3 years ago. Come on. Can you really say that you're a provider when things have gone to neglect on that level? You know how long of a shelf life granola bars have? You should up that an additional year because of its shelf life, upon purchasing it, because it has a long shelf life, so things have been crazy for a while, and it was good to throw out the old energy. If the ex isn't even eating them, how does he expect our kids to eat them? If he's so things are just getting too cluttered. Oh yes, angels of love and light, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, my auras, my chakras, my space, and that of my viewers and fam. Thank you so very much. I welcome my besties from the beyond that work in love and light. My ancestors are our ancestors of the like, our spirit guides of the like, our cosmic families of the like. Excuse me, and our inner children. So yeah, things started getting way too compact on the countertops with things that he provided the family, and it's just just junk food, just a bunch of junk food, all junk food, and so I made room for it, which means that the whole big trash can was filled with the old stuff after he got back. from a day's worth of biking the day before Thanksgiving. And he made sure to clean everything to make sure, like I told you, the whole 1-up thing. And so I did it because it's like 3 or 4 years. I deserve to like put it in the nearby trash can than the outdoor trash can. Like everything's closed up. Like it's just like, anyway. So I did that. I took all the recycle out, I was considerate with, that part because we didn't need an extra clutter thing. I took the mail in that's been sitting there for months, or probably nearly a month, right outside the door on this other table thing that was meant to be a transitionary, here, can you hold that while I take groceries in? And that became cluttered with paraphernalia bullshit of his. And it's just he just decides to shit on everything, So I'm over it, the behavior that's just, I don't even want to say it's juvenile because it's, it's just petty. Let's put it that way, okay? So when I got back home, I think with the kids or whatever, something, I saw that mail was thrown in the recycle bin, indoors, and the grocery bag was hanging off, it was purposefully trashed, how dare you put this stuff on this part that I cleaned up. And the comic books, are you kidding me? I got so much pettiness. The comic books, the second stack of comic books boxed, that with the granola bars, I told you, it was placed at the top of the stairs. I cleaned up that food stuff, and I put that one comic book stuff on the bottom of the steps. I'm like, why would you do that? The first one has been sitting up there for maybe a couple of months. We'll do a 50-50. We'll keep one here, you'll keep one down there until you figure out what your lazy ass wants to do with it. When we came back home, mail was thrashed, and that was put back upstairs. And he was on his phone, laying on the couch. He's doing what his younger brother did when before and during his mother's diagnosis and his dad's diagnosis. So disgusting. But when it's done, it's done. And I realized it's only going to be a few more months. Can you? So good. So good. Even if I encounter a similar work situation from the previous ones, dude, that trade-off is still excellent. It's still an upgrade. It's just one of the major bullshitters out of my life. I know I can't erase him, and that's not my goal. It's just anything that he does, it's just going to be directly, he's just the main person that's going to be affected by it. For now, though, I have to be appreciative of these observations so that when the changes do come, I'm going to remember that I'm not missing out on anything. I'm not. So, anyway. Life is good. Life is great. And, I'm not doing the whole Black Friday thing, for obvious reasons, And also, I gotta start creating and cleaning up. This is a wonderful time for me to, be good with, what's, what I can do while he's gone. Practice. Anyway, so I started off the day, got myself a little brunch, and I could get going. Yeah, and let me tell you, before he left to go do a like little road trip, he brought the kids or whatever, but I can assure you that the seat belt is still not taken care of. So that tells me, because it's not him that's affected in the driver's seat, he doesn't give a shit for another person's life, even if it be his own offspring. Do you see how disgusting that is? That's so gross. And so anyway, before they left, even though he like woke up early to, like, it's so stupid. He's so stupid. Oh gosh. Okay, let's that's his energy, not mine. Okay. Like, hi. There is a roach in the sink. A baby roach in the sink. Like, oh, you're gonna stick around. Huh, okay. That's what we got. Okay? Let's decipher what this means. I already see what I see. Okay. Okay. My turn. That is insane. Oh my gosh, this is good though. There's good things here. Oh, okay. I see my thing. Yeah, I have to realize that when I go live that people are going to come and go. That's all there is to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Like, did I just... Excuse me, sorry. Sometimes I get a little dorky. But like I get, sometimes I get excited and then I get deflated and whatever. When people come and go. Especially if I know them. And it's okay. The whole point to this journey, this phase of my journey, is not to get attached. And just to be in the moment and just keep going with that moment. Okay. So, we're okay now. So what we could have seen here, card number 4, it is the Emperor in the Major Arcana. We could have seen a confused turkey, a crabby crab, a pig dreaming of bacon, or a bull in a china shop. I don't know what that sounds a little racist. Where's the bull in the china shop? What is a china shop? Tell me. I don't see that. So the closest thing that I saw was a confused turkey. And I saw it just like that. Like, you see? It's a turkey, but like the leaves. Looking at it like it's taken off, like the headdress, like it cannot fly. And then there's a reflection of him in the water or some like solid, clear surface. How crazy. That's sad. I think it's saying like, oh, turkey time is over. You know, that essence of Thanksgiving. There's a reality check that it only lasts one day a year. And for some, what I'm getting is, Native American, what is it? There's a certain tribe or, no, you'll see it all over, like, social media, especially TikTok, where, on that very day, or, gosh, history, that there were major brutalities, like genocide, war crime, and so that essence that some do not celebrate that, like coming into the awareness of of how it originated. Not what it signifies, because for me, it signifies a time to gather. It's a prefix to like the end of year, like the last hurrah. So we just like say our graces before we start, reconvening again and setting intentions for the upcoming year. So for me, the significance is still there, but how it originated is out of something very ugly, and so I'm seeing that partially there. And I think that that's also relative to the situations that we have in our personal lives. Like fast forwarding to the applications of today, for me, it's like, some of that like playtime is over. It's not to say that I'm not appreciative of what this relationship has brought me. I mean, it's definitely brought me into the awareness and a certain growth spurt. Yeah. And help me find my power, indirectly. Yeah, but it's just like putting the feathers away almost, or like wondering why for some, like why the feathers aren't working, like why I can't fly. Or turkeys can't fly, no, but like what's wrong with its feathers? Yeah, like for me, I just like, what's wrong with my feathers? People are coming and going. And I realized that sometimes I remember when I worked like 5 years ago at this place, and I've talked about it before on YouTube many times on office politics. So it's like a 3-part series, that in particular. And how the main executive assistant who reported to the president, she was very jealous as well, because she was dating around in the office, and the guy that she liked me, was flirting with me regardless of like what anybody thought. And so she, oh wait, was that? I can't remember. There were like networks of stuff, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So anyway, and she loved my hair, she loved what I wore. And so, but it was to the point of like jealousy. And so she would twist it in a way that was something like, gosh, I don't know how you don't wear the same thing every day. Like you never wear the same thing in the office. It was like an underhanded compliment, like because then she followed it up with something like they say that like Steve Jobs or whatever, that people are more successful when they do this and that. And so she you know what I mean? I don't need to explain myself. People are stupid with their energy. So, it's, she would tell me, like, when she would try to, like, girlfriend me into, like, a bond, she would say, so what's going on? What's wrong? She would try to dig up, like, a one-to-one kind of thing. This was in the later years. And I said, well, this and that. When I thought she was catching on, I told her, well, this and this happened. And she said, well, did you ever think that not everything is about you? It's like, duh, bitch. It's like, she's like, so I realize that some people just take things personal when it's nothing personal at all. And so she was doing this whole management thing to me. And I got the same degree of a conversation with the last job that I worked at, that assistant, who had the same kind of level. But she was so overconfident in how adept she was in navigating through and reading through everyone, that she took a misstep with me. She knew. Like, I read her right away when it came to that. It's like, and she knew she fucked up on her words, so she was like, you could tell she was thinking of like how to reorient what she just said. And she said, well, I think, in essence, maybe everyone. So it's like a discounting, like lack of accountability. Like, I didn't mean it that way. In fact, she said, I didn't mean it that way, but it was, I know, with how much effort she put into unfucking herself. Man. The great lengths people go through to preserve power, and that wasn't even like just to preserve power. That was, people use me to level up. And when it comes to like, goodness gracious, it's ridiculous. So, it's funny because if their superiors found out about this, which I think they're well aware of now, excuse me, shoot. They would see like, oh, she did fuck up. Like, I'm more at their level than they are at theirs. You know what I mean? Crazy. Anyway, so, that's the whole thing. I don't need to take it, this stuff personal. Like, it's fine. It's good. There's nothing wrong with me, It could just be bad weather. People are ridiculous. Okay. So the other thing that I saw here, it looked like were, like 2 dead birds. Was it like that? Sorry, give me a second. Yeah. 2 dead birds. Like, you see, there's the beaks and the tails and like their legs. So it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You see that? That's so cool. That's so like we're getting somewhere with our progress. But then we have here what I first saw. So this is the first thing that I saw. This is the second thing that I saw. 2 dead birds, and the third thing that I saw was that. Okay. So the first thing that I saw was like a fly. You see the wings, like it could be a scarab, but we've got the things there and the arms there. But like, kind of 2 sets of wings. So it could be a beetle, it could be a fly. Initially, because of what we had discussed, I saw it more as a fly. So there are spies around, like spiritually speaking, that take on other life forms in order to gain intel around what's going on. So there's that. And there's a lot of shit around, considering that it attracts flies, right? See, there's like that little morsel right there, Yeah, so there's that too, So, all right, angels of love and light, let's go ahead and get things going here. Let's do this. I want to get some answers. I'll do an energy read. We're going to use Mary L. Tarot again. Clear the air. So yeah, it's 111. Mm-hmm. So when people come and go, 6 of Cups. There's something like surrendering to the nostalgia. To me, Six of Cups is always like the kinship card. You know, this world is built with so many life forms, different dimensions. So we're not just speaking globally. I mean, the world is so expanded that I'm being told, like, because this singularly came out, it's telling me that we need to surrender to whatever that looks like. And it may not be like we can visually see, you know, our family, our kin, like our true supporters that we reciprocate vibes with on, like, you know, we consider each other like significant others, important people in our lives, people that bring the good vibes, and we just exchange with them. So I don't know, like, that's what it's saying. You're seeing feathers again on here, or wings, you know, both. Feathers and wings. So it's taking flight. I think for here, I don't even know what this person is holding. Oh my gosh, I just realized, I'm like, I never knew what that was. So this is like Cancer, like the crab. Zodiac sign, hands, like putting your feelers out above the water. That's the first time that I saw. I was like, what the heck is that? Okay, Four of Cups in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. Five of Swords. What does this mean, angels? You dropped the load on me. Okay, so when we surrender, we're able to like go with Spirit's advice. It's a Four of Cups in reverse. That means that we're automatically giving back to ourselves. The surrender is giving back to ourselves. Like, we're not going to put any more energy into questioning why, what makes us unlikable, or why others don't like us. I mean, those could be two very different questions or answers, and, you know, just like, we're gonna just surrender to all of the questions that bring in the energy of, like, infertility, you know, like those questions that render you like impotent, you know. So I'm just done with that. Like, my friends are those that, like, are just my friends. So is it a vibe with me or a vibe with me, or us, you know. The whatever that looks like, even if I can't see it, you know, I just know that it exists, because, like, I know I'm not an awful person. I know I'm far from that. So, like, to define it based on the illusions of what this world presents at face value, like, that's bullshit. Come on, we're above that. So, yeah. So we give back to ourselves, and so we just release all the deceit that, like, you know, all the constructs built in within, just, like, tear them down. And that renders this whole, like, series impotent. Let me show you. saying this, the rest of this series, the bottom line. See, releasing the deceit on that. So let me show you what it looks like. Dun, 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 dun. So with that, put that there. Yeah, speaking of a fly on the wall, that's a Page of Swords in reverse. So we render them impotent. And as far as the King of Cups in reverse, you know, people that you know, have a lack of confidence, that are interested in us. So like when they make propositions, they're not well suited for either of our higher selves. You know what I mean? The want is there, the like intuitive connection is there, but there's more than that to a bond. And so when we look at ourselves and just kind of render them like that pursuit to be ineffective, or not producing the yield that either of our higher selves would see fit, then we're like giving back to ourselves. We're replenishing ourselves. Like we're staying, how do I say it? Foregoing the opportunity of something that fits for like a brief moment is also a sacrifice to a person that, to us, when we're living our best life, making those best life decisions. So as we're foregoing those opportunities, even for like a small snippet of our lives, like we're fulfilling that within our own. Like we're standing our ground when it comes to confiding in ourselves, like what we stand for. Okay, so Seven of Wands, yeah, it's knocking them down a pedestal. It's them being humbled by the fact like they have, you know, shit to figure out, and I'm not going to enable them on this path when they could easily find that result in someone else. I'm not going to enable that to normalize within society. I'm not going to, what is it? The something culture, hookup culture. You know, I'm getting like dating apps and all that stuff. Like even women, they're like, oh, I'm not looking for anything serious or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. And that's fine. You don't have to look for anything serious, but we already know what that directly implies. You know, so it's, and on the same note is humbling ourselves in order to like let go of like pastimes like that were fun, or people that like you want to converse with. The Three of Cups are down, so it's like we're taking Spirit's cup, like we're letting go of what we think we want, you know, in old world sense. So Five of Swords, it doesn't feel like it's winning. I'm going to be truthful. But it's finishing what you started, you know, and coming out winning. So we went into war knowing like what we stood for. And even as we win, it does like it was still a war. So it's coming out with wisdom, like coming out like cutting your losses basically, and being confident with that. In this energy, do you see that? Definitely all feathers. Like it's coming out with an embrace of an ascended point of view, and knowing that you're caring for your inner child. And if those relationships like are seeded, or are the relationships that we seed are going to benefit not just our inner child and that of another person's, but like if that develops into you know, like creating a family, that's setting the tone for, your offspring as well. So we're like, I just saw a little fly come through. Yep, there was. So there's that. Like, that was correct, Spirit said. Especially with, like, seeing a little fly pass through. Okay. So that's where we're at. Is there anything else, angels? The Hanged Man. So standing apart from that. Because we're like in a cocoon. We're just chilling. Spirit's saying just chill. You're growing even as you like stand still. You're growing as you observe your environment. You're growing in like taking note of dynamics while you're at a standstill. You're growing and developing, knowing what the baseline is out there before you interact with the world. So Spirit is saying still, do not put yourself out there unless it's to show that you're observing and taking note of the premises. It's like kind of like lavender in the background also hanging out. It's drying. It's it's being harvested for another purpose. That's what Spirit is doing. The Fool card. Yep. Speaking of, it's to help us develop for the next journey. That like we're just about due to start. Okay. Yeah. Because we've closed cycles. Where there was a lack of independence. Like there was hidden abundance, but it was like all underworld knowledge, So it helped us to find our chill in some way, in some form. Like I can say I've developed my chill so far. But there's much more to be had. So this contract is over with, Spirit is saying. It's null and void. Oh, the Sun and Nine of Swords. So, like, it's funny. And Spirit is saying that since there's abundance that came through it in a different form, and there still lies so much untapped potential, because the fact that the other party was so obstinate and unwilling to reciprocate that energy, Spirit's bringing me into a new form of life, a new contract. When where there's one where there's so much light, so much hope, like there is so much sun that it's hard to go to sleep. There's so much to be happy and excited for that it's hard to take rest. That's a new challenge. There's so much flight. It's a triad. 3 tiers. It's a castle. That's top tier. It's an empire. And it's justice. You see the black and the white again reappearing, the pillars, and how it's like a tower and a lighthouse. But the tower is usually depicted as a castle that like has fallen. This is old times, but justice, like the prefix arising from like you know, arising from distress. And so this is the castle here. This is a new, that's what this is. This is ancient. This is like Mayan, Aztec. You know, you see like almost like the implication of like the Mayan calendar. It's definitely tribal. This is a long time coming. This is cosmic. And what are we seeing here? Like a compass is protected. Definitely. Angelically protected. Like Archangel Uriel, I think. Golden rays. You know. Multiple sets of wings. Most definitely. That's insane. That is insane. That's crazy. Okay, should I... Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I can kind of like... saying chill again, like... I can kind of lower my guard when it comes to like the questionings with the divine. I just said trust it. And on the same note, like I can totally trust what's coming. That's what it's saying. Yeah, it's saying to chill. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. It's assured. I've already invested in it. Like I'm made for it. I'm cut out for it. This is not just the goat. You see all the horns that are coming from her head? That's the greatest of all times. Magnified. Like multiplied. You see that? I didn't notice that before, that they were horns. And I've only seen that on the King of Pentacles. Single sets. Alright, so we got that. Top card. Nine of Cups. Absolutely happiness. Satisfaction. Again, the white and the black pillars. It is justice. And we've got... Is that the sun? The sun in the background, too. It's like a haze, like an abyss, like a whirlwind, like a tornado. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It is done. Consider it done, they said. Oh my gosh, for real. They said, consider it done. You see the baboon? And the steps that are winding to there. Consider it done, they said. I didn't even notice that before. How insane. They're insane. Here we go. Yeah. So, like, don't need to worry. Just keep going. Moving on is like continuing to like just rock it, you know? Don't let anybody's energy like keep you hung up, like stagnant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can observe it, but like there's always like an agenda, right? So well, all I have to do is remember who I report to. For real. So I see RGATCOOJYWTUTAQWFWEAXLEU. Right away, 2 U's, 2 T's, 2 O's, 2 W's, 2 E's, 2 A's, 3 T's. It's crazy. Okay. Okay, so what do we see here? Give me a sec.